Hello everyone. This is part 13 for the past year NIT questions from the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation. So let's begin. The first question that was asked in the year 1992. A woman with two genes for hemophilia and a gene for color blindness on one of the X chromosomes marries a normal man. How will the progeny be? And then they give you different options. So what is the best way of doing such questions? The best way is to write it down. Okay. So a woman with two genes for hemophilia. So here if you see, these are the two genes for hemophilia and one for color blindness on one of the X chromosome. So this is the genotype of the female. Okay, and then this one is the genotype of the male because she marries a normal male. And then these are the four possible progenies. Okay, so there is a carrier daughter, hemophilic color blind son, daughter who is again a carrier, and hemophilic son. So now let's go through the options. Hemophilic and colorblind daughters. So none of the daughter is hemophilic or colorblind. So this is the wrong option. 50% hemophilic colorblind sons, 50% hemophilic colorblind sons, and 50% hemophilic sons. So this is the right answer. Okay, so that is how you find the solution for such kinds of questions by just writing it down and seeing what the progeny is. So the right answer here is B, 50% hemophilic colorblind sons and 50% hemophilic sons. A person with sex chromosome XXY suffers from. So we have seen these kinds of questions multiple times and I think by now you remember all of these. So a person with sex chromosome XXY suffers from Klinefelter's syndrome. And just for a quick revision, so Down's syndrome develops due to trisomy of chromosome number 21. It is present in 3 copies. In Turner syndrome, what happens? The effect appears due to fusion of a gamete without sex chromosome and a gamete with one X chromosome. So the composition is 44 plus X. And in Klinefelter, individuals are phenotypically males. Okay. The defect appears due to fusion of egg having unreduced sex complement, which is autosome plus XX. In a normal situation, it will be autosome and only one X, but in Klinefelter syndrome, it is two different X. Okay, there is no, the gametes did not, there is fusion of these two, they did not separate during meiosis, with a gamete carrying the Y chromosome, from the male. So it is 44XXY. And then what is gynandromorphism? It occurs amongst Drosophila. In such individuals, one half of the body shows male characters and the other half shows the female characters. Okay, so it is very important that you also read through this solution because it gives you information about all these diseases and the question can be asked on any one of them. So the right option is B. Minor changes at gene level are described at. So read the question, they are asking for minor changes. Is it point mutation? It is chromosomal mutation? Is it reverse mutation or forward mutation? So what are minor changes at gene level? Minor changes at gene level are point mutations. Okay. So gene mutation or point mutation is the change in expression of a gene caused by change in number, sequence and types of nucleotides. Okay. So a mutation, now this is a mutation from a wild gene type to a new gene type is called as forward mutation. What is reverse mutation? Reversal of mutated gene to wild type. Again the wild type comes back. This is called as reverse mutation. And then chromosomal mutation are changes in the morphology of chromosomes. So again it is important that you know about all these kinds of mutations. Okay, so the minor changes are point mutations. The most striking example of point mutation is found in a disease called, we have also seen similar question in the previous parts if you have been following. So, most striking example of point mutation is it thalassemia, night blindness, Down syndrome, sickle cell anemia. So, what is the right answer here? The right answer here is sickle cell anemia. Okay, so there is a point mutation that causes sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, in which nucleotide triplet GAG is changed to GUG. Okay, so there is change in only one nucleotide that causes this disease, and it affects the beta globin chain of hemoglobin. Okay, since these changes occur at a particular locus or point of chromosome where specific gene is located, they are called as point mutations. Already we know this. So the right answer here is D, sickle cell anemia. A woman with albinic father marries an albinic man. The proportion of her progeny is what? So the women with albinic father, again you need to write down such kinds of questions. So a woman with albinic father will be a carrier for albinism. Okay, so this will be the mother, and then she marries an albinic man. The proportion of her progeny is, so then you quickly have to write it down and do the cross. Okay, and once you do the cross, you have the answer. So they are two carriers and they are two albinic. Carriers are also normal. Okay, so the right option here will be one normal and one albinic. Okay, so the woman is heterozygous as albinic condition is recessive. Hence, when she marries an albinic man, the offsprings are 50% normal and 50% albinic. So the right answer is option D. Genes located on Y chromosomes. This is a direct question and a very easy question. So what are genes located on Y chromosomes? Are they mutant genes? Are they sex-linked genes? Are they autosomal genes, or are they Hollandric genes? So don't get confused between option B and D, because the genes located on Y chromosome are Hollandric genes. Okay, so you must remember this. Hollandric genes are present on the differential region of the Y chromosome. Okay, the differential region carry completely sex-linked genes and they do not undergo crossing over. So this is very important to remember, that genes located on Y chromosomes are Hollandric genes. A color-blind mother and a normal father would have. Again, I think we have seen so many questions about this that by now you know these already even without writing. But if there is a confusion, always write. So a color-blind mother and a normal father, and these are the gametes and these are the children. So there are carrier daughters and color-blind son. So a color-blind mother and normal father would have color-blind sons and normal carrier daughters, because the mother is color-blind. So definitely the mother will give her X chromosome to the sons. So the sons will be color-blind and the female daughters will be carriers. When a color-blind woman marries a normal man, the recessive homozygous gene is expressed in sons. This one. Whereas the daughters become carriers, because they take definitely the normal X from the father, but they also take this one, and that is why they are carriers. So this is an important concept that you should know. So the right answer is A. Haploids are preferred over diploids for mutation studies because in haploids, and we have also seen these questions in the previous parts, because in haploids, recessive mutation are expressed immediately, dominant mutations are expressed immediately, mutations are readily induced, tissue culture is easy. So it is a very easy question, and what is the right answer? The right answer is recessive mutations express immediately. Okay, the haploid organism readily express the phenotypes of the new mutation because there is no hindrance of dominance. For example, if this is the dominant gene and this is the recessive gene, in case of a diploid organism, both of these are expressed, and the expression of recessive gene is masked by the expression of the dominant gene. However, in haploid organism, there is nothing to mask the expression of the recessive genes. Okay, so that is why it is very easy to study these recessive mutations. Right answer is A. Of a normal couple, half of the sons are hemophilic while half the daughters are carriers. The gene is located on X chromosome of father, Y chromosome of father, one X chromosome of mother, both X chromosome of mothers. So read the question again. Of a normal couple, so the couples are normal, they are not showing any defect. Half the sons are hemophilic. Okay, not all the sons are hemophilic, therefore definitely it is not present on the Y chromosome of father. Half the sons are hemophilic while half the daughters are carriers. Okay, and half the sons are hemophilic while half the daughters are carriers, and it is a normal couple. So what will be the composition of the father? The father will be definitely normal. Okay, and the mother will be a carrier. Why will the mother be carrier? So now half of the sons will take this and this, and therefore they will be hemophilic. Okay, but half the daughters will be only carriers because they will take the X chromosome from the father. Okay, so if the father is normal, they will never pass on the disease to their daughters. The daughters will always be carrier in case of a recessive disease. Since half the sons are hemophilic, so the genes for hemophilia is located on X chromosome of the mother. Okay, you see, this is the thing, and then this is the normal daughter, this is the carrier daughter. So half the daughters are carriers and half the sons are hemophilic, half of them are normal. So the right answer is C. Which of the following is suitable for experiment on linkage? And we have also seen similar questions previously. So which one of the following is suitable? And they have different options. So what is the right option if you carefully look? The right option here is option number B. Okay, you look here. So due to linkage, the genes are present on the same chromosome, stay together during transmission. Okay, so the genes present on the same chromosome, they will stay together during the transmission. All other combinations except this show recombination, which do not show linkage and hence not suitable for experiments on linkage. Okay. So the right answer is B. Of both normal parents, the chance of male child becoming color blind are. So what are the chances of a male child becoming? So both the parents are normal. They don't show the disease, but the chance of male child becoming color blind. So the male child will have composition of X, Y, right? And definitely, the father is normal. Like, because they take the Y chromosome. So the father is anyways normal, that is both the parents are normal, and then they take the X chromosome from the mother. So the X comes from the mother and this comes from the father. Okay, and then they say that the mother is normal. So what will the composition? Either the mother has this composition or the mother has this composition. Let's say X is the gene for the disease. And the father is again anyways normal. So he will take this from the father and then he will take this from the mother, and as a result of which they will have the disease. The son will be color blind. Okay. So of both the normal parents, the chance of male child becoming color blind are no. No, definitely there are chances. Possible only when all the four grandparents had normal vision. So if all the four grandparents had normal vision, definitely the colorblind child also has, the son also has normal vision. Possible only when father's mother was colorblind. Okay, so if father's mother was colorblind, it doesn't really matter because the father took only one X chromosome here. And because they say that the father is normal, the father took the correct X chromosome. So this is also not the right option. Possible only when the mother's father was colorblind. So we already discussed that either the mother is a carrier or normal, and we came to the conclusion that the mother was a carrier. And how can be now the mother carrier? So this is the daughter, and now this will have an X chromosome from her mother, and then 1 from the father. So definitely the father must have a damaged one, and as a result of which she carried over this one. So possible when mother's father was color blind. So if mother's father was color blind, she took away this one, and that is why she became a carrier, because daughters always take the X chromosome from their fathers. Okay. So this is a simplistic explanation of what we discussed. On crossing carrier color-blind women with a normal man, the sons become color-blind. This is an example of crisscross inheritance. The genes for color blindness is coming from the mother's father. Okay, because the mother is a carrier. And if mother's father was colorblind, she definitely took the colorblind gene. And this is also an important concept, for all the pedigree analysis that you do. So you must remember this, okay? So the right option here is D. Segregation of Mendelian factors, no linkage, no crossing over occurs during which phase? Anaphase 1, anaphase 2, diplotin, metaphase 1. So segregation of Mendelian factors, okay? Segregation, no linkage, no crossing over, and this occurs at anaphase 1. Okay, so at anaphase 1, actual segregation occurs, but two similar alleles occur in the dyad chromosome which separate at anaphase 2. So, okay, so read the question very nicely. If you read the question nicely, it will be easy to answer. So, the right answer here is option A. So, these were the questions from the part 13, and we will be uploading more questions. Thank you for watching the video.